Let's go. It's football season, baby. Week 1. All right. Welcome to episode 2 of
Woo!
the Wisco Wistys. My name is Mason.
Cole here.
Welcome, Cole. Thank you for joining me. So week 1, let's freaking go. Football is back. It's back. I'm ready. I'm bibbed up on a Tuesday.
Bibbs. Bibbs.
Bibs.
We were at
Bibs.
the game, we were at the preseason game, and your girlfriend wasn't calling out bibs. I was saying bibs, and I didn't have bibs on. People were looking at me all weird. I was like, you
Yeah,
don't understand. It's okay.
she's gotta be better than that. I thought I taught her better.
Yeah.
All right, week 1. Let's see what's going on. We got some headlines.
Headlines. Jumping in right away. Um, I'm gonna switch it up compared to what you're seeing here because the most important thing happened like a couple hours ago. Travis Kelce
Yeah, that's big.
hyperextended his leg.
His
Almost didn't
left knee,
draft
right?
him in a
Yeah.
fantasy. Yeah. Don't know the severity. As a fan of the game, don't want to see him hurt. As a disliker of the Chiefs, would love to see him hurt, but never want to root for players to get hurt.
Right.
So, that's a thing. Would be interesting to see how Mahomes looks without him because he's never played without him.
Right.
So, kind of nuts. So, I
Yeah.
guess we'll see if he plays. I don't know.
It depends on the severity too, because I've hyperextended my knee playing basketball and it was not fun. I was out for like 2 months maybe, but I could
Yeah.
walk on it. It was just very painful. It's more of like the bones in your knee bruising because they snap backwards. You look like a flamingo for a second. Obviously he is a pro athlete. He's got the best care and nutrition and I've all that stuff on his side. So it'll probably be,
I heard 2
you
to
know,
4.
right. It shouldn't be as bad.
If it's a
No.
big deal, but he has to wait for swelling to get MRIs done and everything. So
Right. So compared to a Joe Blow, it'll probably be faster. Still, yeah,
still a
not
freak.
not how
Yeah.
you want to start.
Yeah. He doesn't really miss games too. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, interesting. Games on Thursday. So without Kelsey, we riding with the Lions. I don't know. I'm not, by the way, just saying. Next would be I'm going up from that point actually. Deion Sanders, Colorado. This is a little college football, but holy man. They were
Yeah.
predicted to win. I think it was like 4 games, like 4.5 was their over under, and they beat TCU. And I think it's Travis Hunter played cornerback and wide receiver,
Hmm.
dominated his kid, quarterback, corner, and wide receiver. The kid is quarter, dominated. It was pretty cool to watch.
Is Hunter the one I saw? They were like, you know, your draft stock is rising now. What team do you want to play for? He's like, oh, I've always liked the 49ers, but I've heard a lot of people said the Packers are going to take me. Have you seen that?
No, I have not seen that, but I would
And he's like, I don't know
fucking
why. It's cold.
die.
It's cold up there. I'm like, it's not though all the time.
You
It
are
is in
only there in the
winter.
winter. Yeah.
And when you're playing, it is, but when you're not, it's not.
Yep.
I don't really know much about him. I just thought it's kind of cool that I don't know why we're tied to him either, but yeah, whatever.
Because we might suck this year. That's why. And he might be up there, but he won't be available.
Well, not according to you. Apparently, we're going to win the division.
Hey, I'm not the only one either. I'm just putting that
No,
out there. I thought it was
I
a
saw,
hot take and it wasn't hot at all.
I
I'm not
saw a
trying to be a hot
couple,
take.
I
Yeah.
saw a couple saying that too. So
But yeah, cool for Dion.
yeah,
I mean, it's impressive to be an upper echelon Hall of Famer and to be a great coach at
yeah,
the
we'll
college
see.
level. It'd be
We'll
cool to
see.
see if he could do it for a long time or go to the NFL. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, one game, but we'll see.
hmm next biggest thing is Chris Jones and Nick Bosa are no shows, no contract, not playing. So Chris Jones, apparently, according to Mike Florio, Pro Football Talk, reported he's looking for. I think he wanted a 2-year, 64 million or something, and they offered 2 for 54. I think he wants to be in the range of Aaron Donald at 31 million a year. He just wants to be near it because it's like 23, 24 for everyone else. And then Aaron Donald's at 31, rightfully so, but he wants to be in that game. Nick Bosa, I have no clue why they're not paying the guy.
Yeah.
It's like one of the
He's
best defenders in the league. He should
yeah.
be like 31, give me 35. I don't care. Let's go. His
Yeah.
brother held out. It's kind of nuts.
He's
Interesting to see how it'll affect the teams.
it's like Donald, him, Miles Garrett, top 3 probably. Defensive
Uh,
line.
Parsons.
Parsons. Yep, forgot about
Parsons
him.
is probably,
Well,
in my opinion, the best because he plays everywhere. He
and
does
he's
everything.
and he's like a linebacker, but he like
He's
plays
middle. He
rush. He can
rushes. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah,
Hmm.
he's like a jack of all trades. He's pretty good.
Yeah. So that
Yeah,
is
he's like
something
top
to keep
5
an
guy.
eye on. Yeah,
Yeah.
they might get signed by the time this gets posted and come out, but it'll be interesting to see. Even if they get signed, will they play? How much will they play? What kind of shape are they going to be in?
Yeah.
You know, that you play, you might work out real hard, but football shape's different.
Right.
The next thing is Mike Evans is looking for a new contract
Yeah. Or out of there.
or out, which is interesting because if I'm him, why do you want to be there? I don't know. You played there forever, but I've
Yeah.
heard like AFC teams like the Jets, Dolphins interested, and I'm like,
I mean,
damn,
he
that'd be nuts.
he went through a lot of shitty quarterbacks for a long time,
And he dominated
and he was
still.
still yeah, he hasn't not gotten 1,000 yards.
Yeah.
But then he gets a taste of like actual good quarterback play with Tom, and they obviously won, so he's probably like,
Yes.
he's made his money probably, right? I don't know
Yeah,
anything about his contract.
you're in that NBA stage of like, I want to compete in January, February. They compete in June. I want to play in June. I want to play when it matters now.
Right,
I
right,
don't want to be done like halfway through the season
right.
by Thanksgiving.
So yeah, we'll see. I mean, I don't know. He's getting up there though. He's got to be 30
Yeah,
something.
he's not this he's the same class as Devontae, so 2014, so he's like 30, 31. So he's not the
Yeah,
same guy,
I got
but it
one
would
more
be
left in him. One more
yeah, but
contract.
it'd be like, if you put him with a stud number 1, he'd be a great 2,
Yeah.
or a good veteran presence or something. So just interesting.
Yeah.
Another wide receiver, Cooper Cup, has a hamstring injury, most likely not going to play.
I'm so glad I didn't pick him in any of my
Yep, it's
fantasy
just the
teams. Oh my
fantasy.
god.
He fell in the draft I had tonight. He fell to like 12. People are
And
that scared off a hamstring, and I get it. It's soft
they
tissue.
when they won the next year was I get so confused. Was last year? Jeez, when did
They
they
got
win?
they got hurt last year, Stafford
Yeah.
and him, and they barely played. But the year before, he like set every wide receiver
Right.
record.
And but they like have
So it's
just not
like,
been the same since they've been to the Super Bowl and they won. But I mean, he's still good, but it's like, God, he can't stay healthy, and Stafford is just not the same. And yeah, I mean, as good as he can be, you still need someone to throw you the ball. So like, I am so weary about picking people that I don't trust the quarterback for. So
in their O line sucks. So like, and Stafford
yeah,
gets hurt. So like, he gets hit, you're screwed. Who's throwing him the football? Stetson Bennett? No, thank you. Like that's
yeah,
tough.
dude's older than me, and he's
He's the same age
just
as
starting.
Love.
Yeah,
Like, what
it's
are we
crazy.
doing?
Yeah, that's that's
And
that's a bummer for him, but
it is. The last one is Jonathan Taylor. He's on the pup. We talked about this last week. He was almost traded to the Packers.
yeah,
Apparently, we
what?
we looked into it. I don't get that. The Dolphins almost did too. They said that,
We would have had to trade for him though. So who
yeah,
are
because
we
he's
giving
on
up
a
draft
contract.
picks? We already have 3 running backs though.
I would assume we would give them like Jones or Dillon in between. I know we kind of talked about like him for Waddle last week, or if we didn't, I'm not sure, but like they want like a ridiculous amount. But it's interesting that we'd want a player that's. But it's the Packer way of being in on everything, but not actually getting things done. That's
Yeah,
like we're
it
we're we're
makes
all in to win, but we don't care really.
it shuts everyone up that says, "Oh, well, we never go after anyone." It's like, "Oh no, we tried."
We've never
Like, well,
gone
did
all in
you? I
ever.
don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, we've never done it.
Reggie,
That's
but
it.
yeah,
Our
and look
all
how
in was
well that happened.
Julius Peppers. Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
Charles Woodson. Like,
When we do
come
it, it
on.
works out well. So
Those
we
are
got to
free
do
agents,
it.
though. We
Yeah,
don't do that. We don't trade. We don't go after guys. We almost traded for Randy Moss. I
Yeah.
was traded for Marshawn Lynch. Like, could have drafted every great
Khalil
90s
Mack.
legend. Yeah, we almost traded for Mac. We wouldn't give up Cobb. Give me a break. God. Anyways, that's the headlines.
Nice.
Great going into the week.
All right. So headlines done.
Yep.
Now we're gonna look at some of the games coming up this week.
Yep. Looking at a couple games for this upcoming week. And we're just gonna highlight the ones that I would suggest watching or we find interesting. Obviously, if you got bets or fantasy and you want to watch other ones, but they're different
Right.
games at different times. I rock a multi TV look, so I can watch many games, but
Yeah, I already asked the boss if I could set up another TV because we have a bunch of them,
yep.
and she's like, "It's not gonna stay there for more than 24 hours." So I don't know.
I was
She,
I was in a route for setting it up every Thursday and then taking it down every Monday and then setting it up every
yeah,
Thursday, but
I
now it
might
just
just
stays
have to
there.
do that,
Yeah.
or just sit out in the garage for a while. I think if the one to kick off the year is going to be a good one. Kansas City at or Detroit at Kansas City. I think that's a good game.
Especially with
Kansas City,
no Chris Jones and Kelsey, I think that could be a
it changes things.
score fest, like
Yeah.
entertaining,
Yeah, because neither defense is that impressive.
special.
But and Mahomes is gonna put
He
up
shows up
numbers,
week
and
one. Yeah.
I think the over is like 54 or like fit high like mid 50s or something. It's they're expecting to score a lot. So
Yeah. I'm
that's a
rooting for the
fun one
Lions.
to that's a fun one to
Yeah.
open up the year on.
It is. I expect the Chiefs
I'm
to win though.
excited. I don't work the next day too, so I can just watch that whole thing and just enjoy it. Soak it
Yeah,
all
that'll be
in.
nice.
I'm so pumped that football's back.
Yes.
Okay, what ones you got Sunday then? I mean, we can get to Monday. Monday's another good one, but
Yeah. So
let's
the
go
first the
Sunday.
first one I have, the noon game, Niners Steelers. Low key good
Yep.
game. I just think because
Yeah, I mean,
we talked about our belief in the Niners. No Bosa, Purdy's back. How's he gonna look?
right,
You talked about Steelers looking good in the preseason. Does that
right.
carry on? Mike Tomlin, Shanahan, punch you in the face,
Hmm.
defense. Like who's gonna win in a bar fight? You
And
want
it's
these two teams.
and it's at Pittsburgh too, so
Yep.
they have some home field advantage. And San
West
Francisco,
Coast travel. Yep. So you got to do
yep,
that whole thing.
San Fran is expecting to do a lot of good
Good.
things this year, and a
Yeah.
lot of people are expecting them to. So this is going to be a good test for them. It's also going to test the legitimacy of the Steelers and everyone's expectations for them. So it's nice to get TJ Watt back and see him play since he was gone for a lot of the last year's games. So yeah, I'm excited about that one too.
Would agree. I would just look at the big thing I would watch to that would be the quarterback play, Purdy versus Pickett. How is Purdy
Yeah,
going to perform in his like he's the guy now, and
right.
Pickett is starting for a full season. How is he going to do in his second
Yeah,
year jump?
he's got a step. He was a first round pick.
He's the
I think.
only first round last year for quarterbacks. Yeah,
Yeah, so
out of Pitt.
he's got to. If you're a first rounder, you got to make a step up
Yeah, with
this
all those
year.
weapons.
George
And
Pickens, yeah,
it would send a message. The Steelers, I'm pretty sure they beat or tied the Bengals last year. Burrow had like 5 picks. It was like, oh, Steelers, week one. TJ
yeah,
Watt was insane, so it'd be
yeah,
interesting. I think that's a good one.
yeah. He's got to prove it.
Yep.
I agree. I like that one. Another one I really am looking forward to is the Cardinals at the Commanders.
Oh, stop. No one cares about that dog shit team. I do have the Commanders in fantasy though. Just drafted them tonight. Let's kick
The
some ass, baby.
their D.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
I want all that matchup. Did
I
you see that clip
no.
of their head coach? He's like, who's got fire in their gut? And they like pan like the team put this out and he's like, who's got
Oh, the
fire in their
Cardinals
gut?
coach.
Yeah. And the
Yeah,
team's
I
like,
did see that.
like, you put that out for like to be good and it wasn't good at all.
Yeah, it was like captioned the worst like pump up speech I've ever listened to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
it
horrible.
was pathetic. That guy is weird. I think he's only been on social media for like bad news. He's been
Yeah,
on there just like this guy's weird or this guy, I don't even know his name, but
he's. I think
he
it's
doesn't look very
he's. I feel bad almost.
leader
Like
like.
they're gonna trade Kyler. They're gonna fire him, and they're gonna draft Caleb Williams, draft Marvin
Well,
Harrison, and they're gonna get a new coach and just move on.
Caleb Williams said he might stay in college one more year
Yeah,
depending on
because he
who
doesn't want to
gets it.
play that for that shit
I wouldn't want to go there.
organization. Yeah.
I'd stay too. I'd be like, screw that. I saw that game and I was like, yeah, that one's a nightmare. I care more about like what the Commanders are gonna change their name to once they get a new owner or whatever, because it's up for sale, right?
No, they're bought already. They're good.
Oh, someone
Magic.
bought them?
Yeah, it's the Magic Johnson group.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I care more about what they're gonna change their name to because that's the only cool thing coming out of Washington right now. So
Well, they need a new stadium. They need a
they
new
need
everything.
they you know what, they might as well just change color schemes, get a like new
The
name,
12th
new
time.
logo, all that. Just start
Yeah.
wide. Just like you can't go back to the Redskins when it was like they want to get away from all that because it's racist or whatever. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like you can't, if you don't want to just rebrand, just start from scratch and make it different. And they're probably gonna, when people do that, they usually whiff. They try to go too far out. I guarantee you, if they do that, it's gonna look like an XFL team. It's gonna look
Probably.
really like cartoonish or really like
They need
dumb.
to stick to their roots, I think.
I think in the NFL, simplicity goes a long way
Yeah.
and just tradition and stuff. So you have to kind of like stick with that, but then you also have to put like a
Some flair.
modern flair to it,
Yeah.
right?
I agree.
And that's what you'll find out when we talk about uniforms.
And that's
Yeah,
all we'll talk about for the Commanders for the rest of the season.
yeah, probably. Okay, so those are any other noon games? I mean, Bengals Browns, that could be good.
Yep, with Joey B and what's under your towel. Yeah, that fool. We don't want him.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm curious. I'm sure Joe is fine now.
yeah, he
When
practiced.
he
He's
hurt his
back.
calf, he's okay.
Yeah, he's back. Yeah.
Yeah.
My next game is the Dolphins Chargers, 325.
Yep, I was gonna say that one.
It's during the Packer Bear game, but I will definitely be watching this closely
Yeah,
because I have Tyreek Hill on many fantasy teams. I also have Herbert, but it was a good. They played last year, good game. It's the Tua. Tua was drafted before Herbert.
yeah. There's gonna be so many comparisons, and
Yep,
I feel like it's gonna be high scoring too.
yep, I do
It's just
too.
gonna
And
be
it's interesting because both teams have a lot of talent and they're not hurt yet. Like the
yeah,
Chargers always get hurt, and
yeah,
Tua gets hurt, and but I think it comes down to coaching. Like,
yeah,
can Staley? He's a defensive guy versus McDaniel's offensive wizardry. Who's because
yeah,
they both got talent. Who comes down and which quarterback makes the best play?
yeah. That's a good game too, and it's a long travel for Miami.
Yep, another
Um,
big coast game.
I'm assuming the Chargers are probably favorites because they're home.
I'm not sure. I will look up the line. They don't really have a home because nobody is a Charger fan.
Yeah.
They're 3 point favorites.
Okay.
They
I
use silent count at home, so I don't know if you
yeah.
consider that home, but
Right.
they don't have to travel, I guess.
Yeah. I that'll be a good one. I think that'll be a offensive battle,
Matchup.
which will be fun.
Yes. But now let's move to
The
the
game.
game of the week. Go ahead, start it off.
The Jets versus the Bills. No. Are you talking about that or are you talking about the Packer game? We're not even
I'm talking
talking
about
about the
that. I'm not talking about the Packers. That's a shit game. I don't want to watch that. No,
No,
not
I mean you're not gonna watch the Packers play?
I'm a Packer fan, but like
I'm
it's
not.
not this. It's yeah. It's
Yeah,
not
I
the
mean
same. Their safety
yeah.
came out today said, "I hate Green Bay." I'm like, well, no shit. I'd hate someone that was just been dogging me for 20 years. Like, what do you want? 30 years.
Yeah.
But
Do you think
That's
we
not it.
win? We don't have to spend too much time on them. Do you think we win though?
I may or may not have that in a parlay for the bet of the week if I were to bet.
Yeah.
We'll get to that later.
Okay. I think I don't know. I just don't trust the Bears. The Bears suck. I think we win.
Yeah, you almost
I'm
have
so
to trust us
like
over them.
I'm gonna pick us until I'm proven that
Homer.
we suck.
Homer.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. Call me that. I don't give a shit. Um, yeah, I mean, I'm excited either way. It'll be fun.
325, baby.
Yeah. Monday night
But
though,
that's that's
that's the
it. That's
game.
the game of the week. I
Yeah.
mean, Aaron's back in the Jets at New York. Joe Buck, Troy Aikman,
Oh God.
ESPN.
Ugh.
Um, Josh Allen's a better quarterback than Aaron.
Mm-hmm.
Jets defense versus Josh Allen. The coaching matchup with two defensive head coaches.
Right.
Prime time.
It's
It's a divisional at home.
it's gonna be good.
It's gonna be crazy.
I'm
That's
excited. That game is gonna be a
yeah,
blast. I'm gonna
it's
stay
gonna be
up the whole time, and
electric.
I don't like staying up too late, but I'm gonna stay up late for that one.
Yeah, I might have to work from home Tuesday. I'm just gonna be straight with you. Um,
I mean, there's so many questions. No one knows what to expect with the Jets. We have all these expectations, and
yeah, Aaron has a history of starting slow, but he also doesn't play in the preseason. So is that part of the reason why he starts slow? 2 years
yeah,
ago in
and he
COVID, he came out firing, but last year he sucked. The Saints year he sucked.
and he
So like,
played
what's
one or two series this year, right?
yeah? So he played a little bit more, but it's a new team. Is he a little more locked in, or is that just his thing to start slow?
Right.
But I think it comes down to the trenches the most
Yeah.
because the Jets D line, everything I keep hearing, Hard Knocks is on tonight. All they keep saying, they kick ass. They're just whooping ass, man.
The defensive
And
line.
yeah, and if
Yeah.
Allen's just running for his life, because God knows that's what he does,
Mm-hmm.
that's scary. But it also goes the other way. There's no Von Miller, but I keep hearing the Jets O line is,
Yeah.
so like
Mm-hmm.
if
They
Aaron's on his back and he's bitching and he's got that look,
they've
the
had like clips in Hard Knocks that they've like everyone can see it, and their offensive line has just struggled, and they like
yes,
Aaron was so upset. The head coach was so upset, and they like the head coach was like, defense played well, special teams played well, offense was good except for the
everybody,
line.
yeah,
Like he literally
yeah,
called them out,
yeah.
and it's like, oh God, here we go. So yeah, that's gonna be exciting. I keep forgetting that Joe and Troy are on Monday night now.
Hey, I mean, we can do our draft with. I don't know if you see that on our thing. That can be part of our little draft if you want it to today. Um, but
Oh yeah,
I also think Brees Hall, is he going to play? What is he going to look like? Dalvin
yeah,
Cook,
Dalvin
what is he
Cook.
going to
Yep.
look like?
There's
There's so many like,
so many questions.
and is Diggs going to be just back in it with Allen and they're going to be firing away? Is Dalton Kincaid even going to be a thing this
Yeah,
year because he's a
it's gonna be a
rookie?
factor at all.
Yeah, it's going to be a great game. I'm
Yeah,
super excited. I would watch that if you're going to watch any, if you only want to watch one game, that would be the one to watch this week.
yeah,
That for sure.
yeah. We got a stacked week one. They start off pretty good. They treat us good.
NFL is the best sport. You always get at least 2 to 3 just rocking games. That's what makes
Mm-hmm.
it the best.
In the prime, like
Every window.
yeah, every window, noon, 3 o'clock, night game. There's always something good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is that it? You got any other ones?
games to look for.
Yeah.
Um, no, I think those are we covered the big ones.
I mean, you're not a Texans Ravens fan.
No, I could give less of a
Right.
shit.
Rams Seahawks. You're not into that.
I mean, I'll be interested to see like
Jags Colts.
Jags, Colts, you know, on a lower
Anthony
tier,
Richardson.
just to
Yeah.
see a Rich, see what he can do, and then see how Trevor Lawrence looks right out of the gate too. He's got to make a statement if he's gonna be the guy.
Yeah.
Like he
I've
played
seen a
really
lot
good
of
last year, and
people.
he was like making that progress, but everyone's just so high on him. I'm like, all right, let's see it then.
I've seen a lot of people really high, but then I've seen a lot of people are like Jaguars 9-8 win the division. I'm like, whoa,
hmm
wait, what?
And that could win their division because it's so
Yeah.
bad. So I mean, that's another one to all these questions.
Mm-hmm.
Bucks Vikings, I don't really care about. Bucks aren't going to be anything, and then Vikings are just eh. I'm interested to see how. I've heard a lot of things like, oh, if Kurt doesn't, if things don't go well, this is last year here, so I feel like he's got to prove a lot.
San
It is a
Fran.
it is a noon game, so he's probably gonna go off because we all know like Kirk shows up at noon. Kurt every other time.
Yeah, look it
So
up.
we'll see. We'll see how that goes.
Kurt. Kurt.
Um,
Anything else?
no, I don't think so.
So we're gonna do a draft, an
Right.
announcers draft, before we wrap things up here. Announcers is best duos in the
On
NFL
each station.
on each station, and we're gonna do 3 rounds. So we're gonna have one group of 2 from a station. So if you don't know, CBS, Fox, Amazon's Thursday night, ESPN,
Monday night.
NBC. Yeah, NBC Sunday night. So I'll give you the first pick, Mason. I'll be a good
You're
host.
gonna steal.
You're the
Yeah.
eldest. You
Yeah.
get to go first.
Let me think. I'm doing Jim and Tony from
Jim Nance,
CBS.
Tony Romo,
That's
CBS.
number one for me. Yeah.
I
Jim
would agree
Nance
with
is
that.
just, I mean, he's the voice of March Madness. I don't think he's going to do it anymore. He's the voice of the Masters. He's just got an amazing voice for radio, and he's a good play
Yes.
caller.
Yes.
Tony, I like Tony. He's very informative. He knows so much. He's very
He's
energetic. Sometimes it gets annoying.
he's
Like
starting to slip
in
a
the
little.
beginning when he was like, "Oh, they're gonna run
Predicting.
to the right here. They're gonna run to the right here," and then they run to the
Mm-hmm.
right. It's like I'm not watching this to like watch you show off how you know all this. I want to watch the game. I don't want you to spoil this.
Yeah.
But it was like, oh my God, he's really good. It was like, yeah, he played for how many years?
He
Like,
was a
yeah, he's
quarterback.
good. He
Yeah.
should kind of know some of this stuff. But yeah, they're number one for me. That's
I
a
would
pretty
agree.
that's a pretty good, simple, solid pick for me.
Yeah, I think they're the highest paid too, or they started that pay trend out of all of them. So I
Yeah.
think it's for good reason. I'm gonna take. I'm between 2 here, and I'm gonna guess you don't take one of them. So I'm gonna take my second. That should be my first pick here should be my second, but I'm gonna play a game here for the best team. I'm gonna take NBC. I think Mike Tirico's got a fantastic voice. I
Yeah.
love Mike. Mike's great. I love NBC games. I love the whole thing. The song, that's another draft, but the intro
Yeah.
songs. Yes. Collinsworth, the iconic slide in the beginning is fantastic. He's always sliding in. I'm not as big of a fan on his commentary. He is just like all over Mahomes. Like got like there's a video online where he threw a ball, it was underthrown. He's what a throw from Mahomes. He made such a smart play. It's like, whoa, wait, what? So
Yeah.
like he kind of gets, but I do enjoy Collinsworth, so that would be my first pick.
They had the iconic OBJ one-handed catch call, and
Yep.
he's a receiver, and like seeing like him
Yeah,
being like,
you get
"Oh
a
my God, that's the best catch I've ever seen." Like that
yeah,
was
he
pretty
played
cool.
at Cincinnati too, so he's got like a different look at things. A
Yeah,
receiver, he's different
it's
mentality. It's not all
different.
quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
His
I
voice
like it.
is decent. But yeah, I like
His
that's a good group. I would have
his
picked them.
kid is a spitting image of
It's
him.
literally
Spitting,
him
spinning. It's him,
spitting.
yeah.
Yeah,
Spitting.
literally the same thing.
I like
Um,
the pregame too with Sims and all them. So for sure,
yeah,
that's my
I'm a big sim. I'm a sim boy. I would have picked them second if you would have done that, you bastard.
I'm a Sims fan. Get out of here. Go. You're second.
So,
If you take my team. If he fits.
well, I'm trying to think who else do we have here. So we have the other CBS, we have
Fox,
Fox,
Prime,
we have
Monday night.
Prime. I gotta go. I gotta go. Joe fucking Buck and Troy Aikman. These
Good pick.
bastards. I don't want to. I fucking hate them. But the other guys are just eh. I mean,
Okay, you're locked in. You are locked in.
yeah, that's fine. I'll pick them. I'll pick them. When they're
Do you want to
not,
defend
when
it?
it's not against the Packers and it's
Or
not
the
a cowboy
Cowboys?
game, if it's not the Cowboys
or
playing,
Brady.
where Troy is just, you know, got a hard on the whole time, and it's not against the Packers where they just beat the shit out of us. Um, I mean, Joe Buck is there for a reason. He's pretty
He
good.
has a great voice. He's
Great
great at
voice.
baseball too. His
I will pick I will like nitpick a lot of things that Joe does too, but because he sometimes like he'll in like his voice inflections are like, why is he saying it like that right now? And then
mm-hmm.
a touchdown will happen, you'd be like, and they're in for the touchdown. It's like
Yeah.
that's where you do the voice inflection, not for that
Yes.
2nd and 3 run. It's like, what are you doing? So sometimes I don't really get that, but yeah, I mean, my number one is so solid. I think a lot of people will think that Joe and Troy are up there. So
A lot of people like him. I mean, they
yeah,
moved to ESPN for a reason.
yeah. So
My
yeah,
number
I'd pick
two
Joe.
is Amazon Prime. And hear me out. Al Michaels has a great voice.
He
I love
does.
Al Michaels.
He's
And
the
now on
OG,
Prime,
the OG Monday Night boy.
he lets it out. Yeah, and then he was at Sunday and then he went to Thursday for the money. And he just now he's on Prime. He's just letting it fly. What he likes to say, likes to do, whatever. And I think Kirk Herbstreit is very underrated. He does
He's
College Game Day.
Yeah, he's good, and that's the reason why I didn't pick him is because when I hear his voice, I think college. I
College.
think
Yeah.
college, college, college. And I'm like, I
Yep.
can't hear that and think, oh, this
Yep.
is NFL.
I don't think
It hasn't clicked yet.
I don't think he has anything like super special, but he knows the game. I don't find him annoying. He talks when he needs to. He
Yeah,
explains things when he needs to. I think it's a solid from him and
it's like a B
Michaels is
minus.
yeah, it's a B
Yeah,
squad and I
it's a
have an
B.
A squad. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
that's those are the top four probably.
Absolutely. Number 3 for
My
you.
three will have to be.
I mean, I
I'm
feel like there's only
going.
one answer.
Oh, I'm trying to think. Oh, I gotta go. Mr. Comb over himself.
Greg?
Greg Olson. I couldn't think of his name. Greg Olson and Burkhart.
Kevin Burkhardt. They did the Super
Yeah.
Bowl. Yeah.
Yeah. They're just, yeah.
Kevin's got a good voice, but he's nothing.
Yeah. He's no Kenny Albert. I need Kenny
Yeah.
Albert up in here.
I mean, they're not bad. Greg's not bad. I don't know if I'll be able to watch Fox once fucking Brady comes on that thing. I
Oh
swear
my
to
God.
God. I thought I was gonna get rid of that freaking oh God, kisses his kids on the lips. Like, get out of here. I do not need to see that guy for 10 years, but whatever.
No.
Yeah,
I
I'm not.
I mean, they lost because Joe and Troy were the two on Fox, and they were like
Yeah.
for a long time, right? So then
Yeah,
when they
because Kevin
lost them, it's
Burkhardt.
like they tried all these. Remember Akib Talib?
Keep
He
deleting.
did. Oh my
Mm-hmm.
God, that was so hard to listen to.
Yep.
But we need like Harlan. He needs
Kevin
to get
Harlan.
Kevin
NBA's
Harlan's
got
got a
some
good one.
good ones.
But Kevin Harlan, he's like
He does football for the
he's done some
Packers. He's
football.
very
Yeah.
good. He does it for the
He's good.
Packers. He's
He's got
very
a
good.
good
Yeah.
voice. So we need
Yeah.
him, like if it was
He he
him
he
and
does football. If I'm not mistaken for CBS. It's like not prime time games, but he does it.
more local, like a local team or something,
Yeah. Well, like
depending on where
Ravens,
you are.
Dolphins. Yeah, he's just
Yeah.
not there.
Okay, you have your last pick now.
Yep, my pick for my last pick of the announcers draft and to win this draft because I have the best team already. Mason mentioned him. I'm
Yeah.
going with him. I wasn't even going to go there. I'm going to give a special shout out to Ian Eagle
Oh
and
yeah,
Charles
because
Davis. Great
we
CBS
know that
crew.
you're listening.
Yes. And I know they're going to be here loving this pod today. I'm going with Kevin Harlan and Trent Green. Trent Green, whatever, old Chiefs guy. He's fine. Kevin's got a great voice. He is awesome. And Mason just put it in my head, and I think I wiped his ass in this draft. So I think we're
My
golden.
number one is so good though. You like my number one is better than all three yours combined.
No, it's not. Mine
Yeah, it
is
is.
way better, well rounded. Whoever, if since for all thousands and millions of our fans, pick who you think won the drafts, please. Because
Yeah.
comment,
Vote right
whatever.
now.
Yeah, vote.
I have 1 point to make and 1 point only. only one guy out of all 12, because there's six people that we or six groups that we picked, only one guy is on multiple channels for multiple sports for
Jim
multiple
Nance
things.
has the
Jim
best voice.
Nance, mic drop.
Kevin Harlan's on multiple sports.
Yeah, but he's not.
He does college basketball, he does football, and he does NBA.
Yeah, but
Mike drop. That was my third round. That's a steal. That's Brady in the sixth. I'm
I
golden,
didn't know that we
baby.
could choose him. I would have fucking chose him. I
If
literally gave you that one on a silver
you
platter.
said it. I don't know why I didn't think about it. I didn't even think about it, but he's a
I
stud.
also said Kenny Albert, and you didn't pick him.
Kenny Albert. No, I don't
He's
want
gonna
that.
be pissed.
I was gonna pick Ian Eagle just for his name because he pronounces it incorrectly, but that's fine. We're done with the draft.
All right.
Next up, I'm gonna give my bet of the week. If I were to be betting, I don't bet again. Not allowed to in the state of Wisconsin. If I were to send this to, say, a bookie, a friend of Mason's, perhaps, I don't know. I'm not implying anything, but what it would be for this week is DraftKings has a sweat it out bet. Each of these teams need to score one touchdown and one field goal. Steelers, Niners, Packers, Bears, Rams, Seahawks, Raiders, Broncos, Eagles, Patriots. Plus 761.
So one of those teams has to score a touchdown and a field
Each
goal.
team needs to score 10 points, pretty much. Think about it.
That's
It's
it.
plus 761. If you bet $10, I'm not rich here and I'm not trying to get people to just be in debt. You win $86. So times that to 100, you win $860. I think it's a crazy bet. I
I
do
don't
have
think
a
it's gonna happen because you got to get field goals, and that's the thing. Like you're,
one field goal.
yeah, but you don't always kick a field goal every game. That doesn't
Uh,
always happen.
we'll see. We'll check next week. And then my other one, quick other plug. Tyreek Hill anytime touchdown score. Patrick Mahomes over 2.5 touchdowns. Give me a break. The guy lights out week one. And the Green Bay Packers money line beating the Chicago Bears. Sorry, Chuck. We're beating your ass this week. That's plus 720. Bet 10 to win 82.
Nice.
Yeah, that's my two. That's what I'm rolling with. We'll check on me next week, see how I'm feeling, see how I'm
Yeah.
riding.
All I know is you'll probably talk me into betting once this year, like you always do, and I will lose like I always do, and I will
I
not do it
don't,
again until next
again,
year.
we don't bet because we're not allowed to. It's illegal. But if we
Not
were,
if you're on um tribal land at a casino. We can do that here.
yes, we did bet at the United Casino. Shout out them. Yeah, it's legal.
Mhm.
So that is the bet of the week.
That sounds
Next
pretty
up,
good. All right, so let's
fantasy.
do
Yeah.
fantasy.
You want to go first?
Yeah, sure. I'm playing your better half this week in the family league.
Just to
And
give a little what this is about. It's just a quick what we're hoping for in fantasy.
yeah, and I'll tell
What
you
we
what I'm
need
hoping
help
for.
with.
I'm
Yeah.
hoping Deshaun Watson got a really good rub down because he's my starting quarterback.
Is that it's your team
It's
name?
him.
Rub a tub tug.
No, it's the Denties. But Deshaun, it's either him or Cousins, and neither one I'm very excited about. Um, she's got a decent team, but yeah, I need that's the one. I'm not worried about basically anyone else. I need my quarterback to do something. So
I would agree. Against she's got a stacked team. I
she
think it's better
does.
than my team. Yes. Um, me, I play my arch rival in the fantasy Wistenberg League. The man has beaten me twice every year for the past year, but he always beats me. I've been in a different league and he beats me. He texted me. I'll read it verbatim.
The Devastator.
Week one, L coming your way. It's my year, son. I'm your kryptonite. I'm going to lose the following week to the worst team. It's tradition. He kicks my ass every year, and I
Oh,
don't
that's
know
so
why,
great. That's so
and it
great.
pisses me off. So I'm hoping that Cooper Cup doesn't play, and I'm glad he drafted Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
And I'm really hoping DJ Moore struggles. And then
I
I just
think the man's
I
got
have
the man's got two children. I think he was on auto draft for half of it. So that
yeah, and he
explains a lot of those picks, but
and guess who my first pick is? Kelsey, and he's probably not
yeah,
going to play. So I'm
right.
already in deep shit. So I
Mhm.
really need some
The
help.
stars are aligning. This is just meant to be. This is
Yes,
always what I was going to be with you and
I'm
Kevin.
on Ross St. Brown for Browntown. Let's figure it out and get her done. Okay,
We
that's
were
my
in the
fantasy
we were in
week.
the second round, I think, and Kevin texted me. He was like, "Is it too early to pick a defense?"
I was waiting for it. I was like, oh, this player's not going to fall. I'm like, wait, Kev might take a kicker.
Yeah. I'm like, I was like, I mean, I kind of hope you pick a defense because I want
Yeah.
someone right now that you're gonna probably pick and if you don't. So
Paige
yeah.
did tell me, she said, I really don't care about fantasy and she doesn't care about the league in general. She's just here for the party. But
Hmm.
she said if there is a week to win, it's this week because she wants to beat you. I don't know
Yeah.
why, but it's specifically you, and I kind of hope it happens.
Yeah.
But okay,
I think Allie's more excited for the party too. So
yeah,
chicks, man. Okay, yeah, that's fantasy. You want to do we gotta
yep.
do one uniform?
Let's finish it up with uniforms. Mason, take it
Okay.
away.
So I am also the uniform buff on Instagram. Follow me. Um, Rating jerseys and uniforms, not just football, basketball, mainly just basketball and football, but I'm in the process of redesigning NFL teams. I'm kind of going by division. I first started during the playoffs last year, so I kind of like went off track and did like a Super Bowl version. So I did the Chiefs and the Eagles too, but I've got the NFC North done, and I've got the AFC South done, and I've got a lot of other ones done, just not released yet. So we'll start with the Packers, obviously, hometown. A lot of tradition with the Packers. My key thing that you will see throughout uniforms is that I think every single team in the NFL should have a white on white jersey, white pants,
It's in your
whatever,
third slide.
whatever color helmet. That should be your primary away uniform. Kind of like basketball, most teams wear like a primary home that's white, and
It's
then
clean.
the other team wears their colors, right? I just think it's so clean. Everyone loves white. There's so many fucking color rush. You know, when that came out, there's so many just white ones that were color rush. I'm like, how is that color rush? That's not a color. That's just white. I like bold colors. I like using your colors. So um you'll see that a lot. You'll see that I like the white on white. So the other thing I like is consistency with like patterns and striping. So the Packers have throughout their helmet the big three: helmet, jersey, pants. They have the pants and the helmet, three stripes right down the middle. Boom. And their logo on the side, very typical, very traditional. On the jerseys, they've got the collar and the arm stripes, and they don't match. There's like five stripes. There's a little one in between. It's very nitpicky, I know, but I like consistency. So what I did was I took the three stripes because I think those are clean, and I just put those on the um, jersey. I took the collar off. I'm not a collar fan. I don't like those.
Yeah,
It
the
distracts.
other color. That's what you're saying.
So I the collar that goes around, like the stripes that go around the collar of
Oh,
the
on the collar. I
I
got
took
you.
those off. It's
Yeah,
just
because it's
color.
just one color. Yeah,
Right.
that's what I thought. I thought it was a different color. That's what I thought you were talking about. But yeah,
No.
that makes sense.
So now it's just three stripes on the shoulder. Okay. And the green, I kept our green and gold, like green tops, gold pants. That's just classic. You got to keep that. I switched the number to yellow though. Normally our numbers are white.
I do
I
like that.
love, I love the 50s throwbacks that we did like a year or two ago. We did them 2 years in a row now, where it's green
Mm-hmm.
on green. that's where I got the idea to do the primary homes as green on green. Um, so I think that's just so bold. I love green on green, and then a
They had yellow
yellow
numbers,
helmet.
right?
They have yellow numbers.
Yeah.
And they have two stripes, two just gold stripes on the sides. So I just threw a white stripe in between the gold. So it's
Mm-hmm.
basically those with a white stripe, and then the pants with a white stripe. It's basically the same thing. It's very nitpicky, I know, but I think consistency, it just rounds it off really good. So my primary home is the green on green, because I think all one color with the different color helmet just looks so cool. Then you can always do a secondary home, which is basically our jerseys, our uniforms now, just with the updated yellow numbers,
Yep.
white on white, so clean
I,
away. It just
I
looks
like
really good.
this last one though. I'm looking
Yeah.
at this secondary way is my
So the
favorite.
secondary away is cool. I'm not a fan of our away uniforms right now because there's almost no green. And we're green and gold, baby. It's the first word, green. So we have gold helmets, we have white jerseys, and then we have gold pants again. It looks like, I don't know, it just
The
doesn't look
Green Bay
good for
Packers,
me.
right?
Right. It's the
Yeah.
first word.
Hmm.
Neither rain nor sleet. It's the first thing. Um, that's a Seinfeld reference. So I like these secondary ones with the yellow helmet, the white jersey, and the green pants because you get the big three. You have every color in there, and the green pants just pops
I agree.
on those whites, doesn't it?
It's sick.
So those are very simple, and some of these you don't have to do much, and I honestly didn't because a lot of these are pretty freaking good. So there's a couple teams like in the league where I don't really change too much, but just nitpick here and there. But it's pretty
Can
cool.
I
I think
can
it'd
I
be,
tease? Can I tease for next week?
yeah.
I like the I don't know if you're gonna do the Vikings next week, but secondary homes are kick ass. I think they're awesome.
Mm-hmm. I
Yeah.
I knew you'd like that.
Yeah. Those are cool.
So
Because
that
there
one was
there's a
kind of
very
yeah, that one was a
there's a
little bit of a reach because the Vikings have good uniforms. As much as I hate them, they have good uniforms. They just,
yes.
my one rule is you don't do white pants. That's a cop out. You don't do white pants unless you have, there's a certain teams that can do white pants. If you have a white helmet, because then it's every other white color, white, not color, and then all of a sudden, oh, white. Because
Take notes,
we just,
Nike.
yeah, we just lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, all your creative, like the Jaguars right now are so dumb. It's just black, teal, and then white. There's not even a stripe on their pant. I'm like, what is this? Is this Penn State? Practice uniforms? Get out of here. So I my favorite one so far to do was the AFC South. It's a fun one. They got a lot of cool stuff. Not a very good division, but it's a fun uniform to play around with. So yeah, we'll stay in the NFC North though, and we'll move on. I'll just go in order basically. So that's
Yeah.
the pack.
I like it.
Yeah, simple. Keep that tradition alive, but kind of spice it up a little bit. The green on green, that just looks so fresh, man.
They'll never do it, but I like it. Yeah.
Nope. Someone can only dream. Sweet. All right. Is that all we got for today?
That's it.
Week
That's
one,
all we're
baby. Let's
doing.
go. Let's go. Let's go.
It's literally my holiday. I'm so
I know.
excited.
This
So
is so fun. I'm so pumped.
yeah.
Allie was like, there's football every Sunday now until like February.
18.
I'm
It's like
like,
19 weeks. Yeah.
oh,
All those videos of like, here's the contract. You don't get me from 12 till 10
yeah.
p.m. And
Yeah.
yeah, that's me. I don't move.
Oh
It's
man.
great.
I
I'm
just
so
can't.
excited.
I can't wait. It's so
Yeah.
fun. I love it. Love it. Love it. All
All
right.
right, we're
A
done.
couple more days and we get to watch it live, man.
Oh,
It's
and we'll be
exciting.
back next week, recapping
We'll be
and
back
looking
again.
forward.
Yep. We'll recap week one, what happened, where we were right, where we were wrong.
Where I lost money.
Yeah. And we'll look forward to the next week.
Screw you, Kev.
Paige, I'm coming for you.
Hey, let's go.